So I've officially had for an entire year the Secretlab Titan 2020 series PU Leather Edition chair, and for 2 years I've had the 2019 edition of the Secretlab Titan in the cookies and cream Softweave fabric. I've used both these chairs daily now for some time and feel I can accurately tell you both the great, awesome stuff about these chairs and the not so awesome things about them. Let's get into this one, shall we? Before we dive into today's video, this is like the third review I think overall that I've done on the Secretlab chairs. Due to the fact that soon I will be testing out some other brands, I felt that Secretlab deserved that really long-term final review. And on that point, just a reminder, I am in no way, shape, or form sponsored by Secretlab. I personally bought the 2019 Cookies and Cream Softweave edition a couple years ago, and I did receive the 2020 version for review. I was not compensated from Secretlab to do that review, and they have absolutely no say what goes into these videos, nor do they check them out before upload. Secretlab did provide me an affiliate link only if you are actually interested in getting the chair and feel that my review helped in some way. But sincerely, if you're not interested in a Secretlab chair, don't get one. And yes, I've tried multiple brands of chairs before coming along to the Secretlab's Titan. In fact, I even have a DX Racer in the other room. And like I mentioned at the start of the video, we are gonna be testing out some other brands here soon. Let me know in the comments down below if there's a product specifically that you guys would like me to check out. Okay, so diving into the actual review, I thought it would only be fair to you guys and gals out there so that way you know there's no BS to this, to start off with the negatives. Like, let's just come in swinging into this. I do personally have some negatives to say about these chairs and the company, but I also will be diving into some of the things that I've seen over the last couple of years from you guys and gals through the comments of the previous reviews. Reason being, to be fairly honest, although I do have a couple negatives, I don't feel like I had a drastic amount that would give an honest portrayal of the review of this chair. In all honesty, after 2 years, I personally can't say too many bad things. But I want to be very transparent with this today. Okay, number one thing with me, the price. Now, although I do understand it is a competitive market, like gaming chairs in general, in my opinion, are priced a little too high. We've seen a big, huge wave on top of that with the Ergo chairs too. So where I do understand why they price the chairs the way they do, I don't necessarily agree with it. I will say I am happy that over time they brought down the price of the Prime 2.0 Leather Edition, which is the PU Leather Edition that I have, which is technically fake leather. Myself and some of the people in the previous reviews thought it was a little too high for fake leather. So the Softweave edition is a little bit more expensive now in comparison to the fake leather. So again, do I agree with that price? No, but it's business, it's a competitive market ever since the pandemic hit, and like everything has been changed in prices and shipping and availability. With that being said, a lot of people through the pandemic have dealt with the next negative that I would have to say on behalf of the company, and that is customer service. Now, I do want to point out that I've heard a few stories from both my viewers and people just in the reviews talking about how they received some broken products right off the rip, and the customer service was actually pretty fast and polite about it. But I've also heard a couple nightmares from that. And even myself, with a personal connection between me and Secretlab, throughout the last couple years, I've been left on like many red situations. Questions that I had for you guys and gals, questions that I had for myself, they seem like one of those companies that because they are more popular, it's like they kind of get back to you when they want to. When you're spending that much money on a chair, regardless if you're somebody like me that's doing a review with them or just a consumer or customer, you should be getting a fast, respectful response from that company for the price. I've just heard way too many stories over the last couple of years of dealing with customer service and talking to them directly in a negative way. But if you receive a product that's fine, it's not faulty by any means, then you don't have to worry about that. And in their defense, I've seen way more positive orders over the last couple years through doing these reviews than negative. But that does bring me up to the next negative about Secretlab. And I think this really goes to any company, but I'm just trying to be as transparent with you guys and gals as I can and just share what I've discovered over the last couple years of dealing with this through the reviews. There has been a handful of people over the last couple years, like 10 to 20, that have commented and said they received a chair with broken parts. I would say about 30% of them did let us know in the comments and kept up to date with us, letting us know that like, hey, I reached out to them, they actually sent the parts, no issue. I also heard a couple nightmare stories where it was like, a long, dragged out thing to receive like very crucial parts. Again, this negative is on the thought process of just being honest that these things happen, but in reality, I think with any product out there in the world in 2021, there are odds that you will receive a defaulted product. I've personally got 2 Titans throughout the last couple of years, and I didn't receive anything broken or missing or had to reach out to them in any way, shape, or form to receive a new product, but people have, and I just wanted to let you know that. And this next negative with me is kind of like weird, but you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think on this, but these chairs are just getting ugly. I will admit, 2 to 3 years ago when the big trend was these like gaming racer style chairs, when Secretlab came out with these Titans, these beautiful like simplistic branded bulky chairs, they stood out. They were like awesome. But over the last couple of years, as competitors have kind of caught on to what Secretlab did by making larger, more sturdy options for bigger people, and as they've moved into the Ergo market and paying more attention to like branding, like the Secretlab logo and look to these chairs are just getting more and more generic. I will say that I love the Secretlab like sizing branding, like the Titan and the Omega, including those emblems like on the chair and in the branding package in itself. I think that's very cool. But like coming from a background of being a graphic designer for years and seeing that Secretlab is one of like the biggest companies in chairs right now in 2021. Like I know so many gamers now with the Secretlab chair. You just feel like they would adapt and kind of compete more in an overall design to some of the other competitors. Like I mentioned, the whole Ergo wave right now, not even seeing Secretlab at the time of making this video want to attempt to get in that side of the market, it's just like weird to me. I don't know if it's just one of those things that they're working on new designs and new styles moving forward for like the late 2021 year. But I do kind of get this vibe that they have done so well over these last couple years, and a lot of gamers have adapted to Secretlab chairs, that they almost like just take a step back and say, we're creating a perfect product anyways, why change it if it ain't broke? I think honestly, that's what made Secretlab special to begin with years ago, was kind of changing that whole like aerodynamic, vented, overly plastic racing style bucket seats and making something more just like solid and just clean and minimal almost. But those are just my thoughts. Again, let me know in the comments down below what you think. On to the good. Like, to be fairly honest, I really had to dive deep to give a handful of negatives. Again, I wanted to be honest with you guys and gals out there because I don't want this to be misleading or biased in any way. I wanted to bring a fair discussion on some negatives that I just feel about the chair. But as you can tell, like, they're not that bad. So for the positives, first and foremost, this thing is durable from top to bottom. I mean, even just to the detail on the buttons for the armrests and everything, it's really genuine quality, durable material. Large seat base that makes it very spacious and comfortable. When I first got the Secretlab Titan, I was 6 foot, 270 pounds. So that space for me was so needed. Now at the time of making this video, I am 6 foot, 220 pounds. So I might be able to downgrade to Omega because I have a little too much room anymore on the Titans. But nonetheless, that's what makes the Titans so special, is that space. These chairs were made for like bigger gamers as well, or gave the option for bigger gamers. And now that they have the Titan XL, like, I can't even imagine how much more room you have on that. You probably can take a little nap on there. Another plus side, and honestly, this was something that was a little surprising to me, is the material of the seats have held up quite well over time. Again, down to all the little hardware to the base of the seat, which is huge for me because previously when I was a larger guy, that's what would always like break. It's like that base of the chair from like rocking and leaning back, or like dealing with the armrests and all those little buttons. Like, of course, there are chances of those becoming broke over a period of time. But so far, neither of these chairs show any sign of like extreme wear and tear like that. The big one that I was honestly surprised about was the PU Leather. After a year of extensive use, like daily use, I have no signs whatsoever of wear and tear with the leather, which I honestly expected. I expected to see cracking, maybe like a little like corner being rubbed off from where like constantly sitting, or even on the seat from the pressure of just sitting down every single day. I expected to see cracks around the seat, but honestly, it looks as new as it came straight out of the box. The Softweave that I've had for 2 years now, same thing, has held up great over a period of time. No rips, no stress lines. A big thing I was worried about with the Softweave, especially with the cookies and cream, was stains, okay? Like spilling stuff. I've spilled a fair share of G Fuel on that chair. On top of that, like I mentioned, I was a bigger guy, I'm still a bigger guy, like I sweat. Some days it gets a little hot in here. here. Some days I'm streaming for like 6 to 8 hours or working for 6 to 8 hours. I honestly expected to see like a sweat line on the back of the chair. I know that sounds so disgusting to talk about, but seriously, when you're getting a lighter color fabric chair, and you're a bigger guy, I mean, you're a person in general and you sweat, I was genuinely afraid that over a period of time that would stain. And on top of that, I thought it would like trap odors. Both the PU Leather and the Softweave, after 1 and 2 years of use, no like odor smells, very easy to clean. Like I mentioned, no rips, no scratches, no stress. Like I'm really shocked at how well these held up over a period of time. And like I mentioned, the base, seriously, I wanna point that out again, because I know some people out there are gonna relate. With a lot of chairs out there, it's not necessarily the armrest, the back, like the overall seat in itself. It's all that weight that's being distributed to the little bar, and it's like being ran through just a couple holes and bolts. When you're a bigger guy, or when you're somebody that just like really moves and rocks in it, sways back and forth over a period of time, that is one of the parts for me in my experience throughout chairs in the past that has gone out quick, is that little like base connection system to the legs and underneath the chair in itself. No problem with that whatsoever these last couple years, and that's big to me. Okay, I wanted to take a chance in today's review too, and just discuss these chairs in comparison to the Ergo style chair that has become so popular. Like I mentioned, Secretlab has shown no sign into getting into that market at the time of making this video. Or other brands out there like Respawn, for example, have a wide variety of like larger gaming bucket seat type chairs like the Secretlab chair, and on top have moved into an Ergo style. And throughout the last couple of years, that's been one of the biggest responses as some of these videos have come out. Like, hey, could you check out an Ergo style chair? While I think there is some solid truth to an Ergo style chair being better for your back in some ways, and I wanna say better by using quotations, because I do understand at the end of the day, that is also marketing. We're seeing that with Ergo style chairs, standing desk, organic foods, like sugar-free stuff everywhere. It's a great, healthy marketing way for companies to push their products a little bit more. Because after 2021, especially after the pandemic, we're also like worried about our health. I personally, over the last couple of years, have experienced no back pains from using these chairs. I will say that is because I have stayed relatively active and healthy. I understand that sitting in a chair, regardless of what it is, regardless if it's like a Secretlab chair, a DX Racer, like basic uncomfortable model, or like a high-end Ergo chair, sitting down for long hours, regardless, it's not healthy for your back. I try my best every hour to get up, move around. I even have a thing on my Twitch stream for channel point redemption where we have a stretchy time. So chat redeems that we all get up, move around the room, stretch a little bit, just get that back in motion. But with that being said, a chair, in my opinion, no matter of the design or the layout, it's not going to help your back become more healthier after sitting down for a long period of time. It's not going to fix problems that you have. You need to get up, you need to move, and you need to be active aside from the time that you are sitting down in that chair. No matter what, spending a few extra $100 on a chair will not avoid you from back pains and will not fix you from previous back pains. So although I want to give Ergo chairs credit, and I do want to test them out for you guys and gals because it is quite the trend right now, I can't logically argue that these chairs that have been comfortable for me over the last couple of years and have caused no issues would be more of a burden on you and your back health in comparison to an Ergo chair. Some people are different and have different problems, and due to the structure and layout of these chairs, they will help alleviate the current pain from those problems. But again, these chairs aren't magic. Get active, stay healthy. So at the end of the day, would I recommend a Secretlab chair still in 2021? Or is there like more diversity now to where it's like, might have some better options? Aside from the price and the customer service and my experience and some experience from you guys and gals, and honestly, I feel like I should throw price aside, because if you're gonna get anything even realistically close to these, you're probably gonna still spend a few $100s. Even on top of me trying new brands here soon, I cannot suggest Secretlab enough still to this day. Like I mentioned, I've sat in so many chairs throughout the years. At gaming events, gaming houses, like the Soar House, the TK House, just chairs that I've bought throughout the years or that a company has given me. And I don't really talk about those chairs too much because they were just horrible. As of right now, anything that I've tried has not come close for me and my experience to the Secretlab Titan. Not in terms of both comfort and value out of the chair. So yes, 2021, I would highly recommend still to this day, snagging yourself a Secretlab chair if you're interested. I wouldn't stress about it. I wouldn't go out of your way. If you are comfortable in what you have and you're just like, you're seeing your bigger like creator or streamer that you watch, like they use it and you're like, I gotta have one of those, maybe it'll improve your game. Like, don't do that. Like, if you're comfortable on what you have, just keep what you have. But especially if you're like a bigger person and you need something strong and durable and you're tired of like going through, like, highly recommend these. But at the end of the day, this is just my experience. This is just my thoughts. I'd love to know what some of your guys' experience were down in the comments below. Do you have a Secretlab chair? Are you thinking about getting a Secretlab chair? Have you had any issues with Secretlab, like genuine issues, not just like, oh, I got it and I didn't end up liking the color, so I sent it back? What horrible or positive experiences have you had? And also a reminder, do you guys have any brands or specific chairs you guys would like me to check out? Guys and gals, if this video was helpful in any way, shape, or form, be sure to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Make sure you guys are checking out our gaming channel at youtube.com/SoarBigE. Be sure to talk to us live there or on Twitch at twitch.tv/SoarBigE. You can find me everywhere at bigE.co. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm out. Peace. Deuces.